What is up, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to On the Beach Repeat, the series that you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along with me, much like On the Bench, but I'm doing them in daytime. I've decided I want all my On the Beaches to be in the daytime. It's not a brilliant day here, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I mean, we've had a lot of sun lately. It's been a heat wave. And it's not raining now, it's just a bit cloudy. It's like, it's a bit darker than usual and a bit humid. So, my priming's been put on hold, so because I'm going outside and spraying. And now, I mean, until I get up set up a spray booth in here, that's what I'll have to do if I'm wanting to airbrush stuff. I mean, I could do it by hand. I really want to get it done quite quickly, but I don't want to rush anything. So I want to take my time with the painting of them. But for things like priming, I'm thinking, well, we can just sort of, do a lot quicker. If we can do it quicker, all the better. That's what I'm saying. Zombicide is the name of the game today. I'm looking at my 12 survivors that you get with the core box set. So I'm going to be looking at painting them, possibly starting painting the abominations. Not be doing much on them. We're going to be having a look at them. I've been desperately trying to work out a colour for the skin, what zombie skin I want to do. I think I've found one. I've settled on one. I hope you like it. Well, the thing is, I'm going to like it. So that's the question, isn't it? Do I like it? Yes, I think I do. And looking at my my old Zombicide miniatures, maybe. Yeah, it's all gonna be down to the shade wash, I think. But I'm gonna be painting these in a different type of method. I was asking you before what sort of paint technique I should use: contrast, speed, traditional. It's gonna be a combination. So bear with me on that. Yeah, I've got some colours set aside for. Because I was looking through. I was going through them late one morning, late in the early hours, because I haven't been able to paint. My eyesight's been terrible lately with optic neuritis. I do feel it's improved. It's on the up. Whether it's good enough to start painting models again, I don't know. But we're going to find out at the end of the day. It's the act of painting them that calms me and is therapy for me. So that's good, right? As long as they're semi-decent for a tabletop board game, I think we'll be okay. I do. And I've got loads to talk about, and I'm not sure what order it's going to come out and spill out to you in. So heaven only knows what this episode is going to be called. Maybe about time to be back. I'm back, it's about time, or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna grab your glues, brushes, models, paints, whatever you need to paint along with me on this session. See, everything seems darker to me here at the moment. I'm sure it doesn't help that the sunshine is not out, but we're going to get to the bench and then we'll talk some more. Right, can you see these here? Now I was just looking at comparison sizes. Like here's one of he's primed, but here's one of the abominations for 2nd edition up against one of the older ones. And I like the fact that the newer ones are on bigger bases as well. Bit like Warhammer, I find it a little bit more intimidating. A couple of fatties here from the old game. I was comparing them to the Brutes, which is kind of what the new fatties are, isn't it? I'm still very fond of 1st edition Zombicide. I'm still very fond of it, and as a game, I think it's great. I've got some of the walkers here. The walkers can be just used, I think, as extras. I think even the fatties, I think you could use as Brutes. Possibly. I don't see why not. I haven't got access to my original Abomination. He's in the original Zombicide first edition box, I believe. So what I'm left with are these 4 Abominations that are primed. And you think, why are you priming them in black for, Pete? If you're going to use a combination of contrast, why on earth are you priming them in black? Well, I'll tell you. Because I'm going to be using combinations, so I'm going to be going dark up to light, and in certain areas we'll have white in certain areas. Okay, and I'm just going off to find the rule book, which will hopefully have some pictures in. And I've got the cards for the stats for the game. Some more artwork there. So I am looking. See, Wanda. Here's a good example. Wanda. Where is she gone? Wanda. I did see her. Oh, there she is. Got the new Wanda here. I'll see if I can dig out the old Wanda. Can I find her? She shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, do you know, I think... Oh yeah, this is just the zombies. Oh, I think they're all in the original box, which is packed away quite tight. So I'll have to give that one a miss. But Wanda, I mean... Let's get some of these cards out. So I've got a coffee, by the way. I hope you've got some sort of beverage. Let's find Wanda. Right, so there's Wanda. So there she is. I'm thinking of painting the survivors in the traditional method. I'm thinking of it. Because... Well, I don't know. We'll see. At the moment, that's because I've primed them in Mechanicus Standard Grey. That's kind of what I want to do. Right, I've seen the pictures. So I've got a better picture of Wanda there. Do I have any other pictures of her? It doesn't matter ultimately, but it's just kind of handy, I think. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to use this picture here as a frame of reference. So I'm going to do, yeah, like a yellow blonde hair again. Yeah. White skate. Can I? What's going on here? White skates, white socks, blimey. He's got bare legs, I believe. I mean, this is a better sculpt for sure. Yeah, blonde hair, blue hat, the blue dressing she's got on, like a two-tone blue. Skates, I don't know, but they'll have red wheels. Okay. Right, so... And the chainsaw, of course, is going to have an orange sort of colour casing. Like that. But a yellowy blonde hair. Well, with regard to the hair, I'm already thinking... I'm already thinking... lighten the hair up a bit. And then we'll do some contrast yellow or speed paint yellow or what have you on there. So what's she got? I can put my glasses on my head. Right, so put them on. So sprint. Once during each of their turns, the survivor may spend one move action to move 2 or 3 zones instead of 1. Guessing that's because she's on skates. I think you can sprint anyway, but I think sprinting will get you to 2 zones ordinarily. But she can go 3 instead of 1. Slippery. The survivor ignores zombies while performing move actions and does not spend extra actions while moving out of a zone containing zombies. That's good. And that's, to me, that makes sense. Being on skates does to me. Makes perfect sense being on skates. I think we did this once before. I'm gonna have to look for blues. Oh, that Baharov blue. It's an edge paint, but I think I could probably get away with using it for the main colour of the dress. Next comes the the edging. Is it separated here? Barely. Wow. Okay, well, she's going to have a normal Caucasian skin, so she's going to be having Cadian flesh tone, I think. Go with Cadian flesh tone. Yes. Flesh, where are we? So I'm going to forego the Buggerman's Glow. I'm going to go straight for Cadian, or I could go for Midland Flesh. Yeah, I think I'll go for Midland Flesh. There. Now what I need is a really light grey. White for her hair. I think what I'll do is Longbeard grey, dry brush her hair, and then I will white top the tops of her hair. I'm going to be using Duncan Rhodes White Star there. So yeah, I think this is enough to be getting on with. So alright. So she's going to be my first survivor. That's good. That's good. I did this last time with Zombicide. What to paint on her first, though? The hair. It's got to be the hair, I think. So, with that in mind, Longbeard grey at first. Let's move these bad boys out of the way. All these abominations here. So I'm going to look for a dry brush, of which we have one here. Excellent. So let's zoom in a bit more and we can get going with this then. There. Like I can see what I'm doing on the camera. But I'm going to be dry brushing, or attempting to dry brush Longbeard grey into her hair. Because I feel the recesses can stay as Mechanicus standard grey, and then we'll go like white a bit later. Now, can I see to see what I'm doing? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I've achieved that. Yeah, I think, yeah, I like that. I do like that. That worked quite well. I think I still want to paint the rest of her traditionally though. Thinking maybe the blue, I don't know. I think the darker blue that's going to be on the edge of her dress could go underneath too, or should I do white, like a sort of petticoat type thing? Hell, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, actually, let's get my brush back out. Could I just draw a brush, a petticoat under it, because I'm going to be painting her legs in the Caucasian skin tone, so that won't matter. Yeah, that won't matter, so that's good. I think maybe we could get away with boots as well, her roller skate boots. And her socks. It's got like frilly white socks here. I think this is the same as it was in the original model. I can't remember exactly. Heck of a long time ago, a lot of years ago. A lot of years have passed since. But yeah, I mean, I think it's sip of coffee time coming up. Right, so yes, so let's pop. Ooh, see what I'm doing. Ooh, got the camera there. So there she is. Right, so I'm going to have a sip of coffee whilst my dry brush soaks before I clean it off. Now, it's been a while since I did an on the beach with Peter. Things I've been, as you know, if you don't know, I've had eyesight problems, MS eyesight problems in the form of optic neuritis. If you do know, then yeah, it's been a while. It's been many weeks. I've been deprived of doing this. It's killing me. It really is. You know, to the point where I'm like, I don't care if I mess up the models I paint. I just want to paint. Building's going to be fun as well. Oh, excuse me. But I've been trying to keep myself busy, right, with other stuff, and I've been able to do that to a certain extent. But I do get times where I think, oh, I just want a hobby. I want a hobby, man. Oh, nice cup of coffee, man. Being sat here, I hear in the seagulls, even though it's like a cloudy day. Yeah, first one in a long time. We've got a few cloudy days. I think we've got 2 or 3 cloudy days, and then back to the heat wave again. But I've been having to do on the benches instead of on the beaches, and they've been at night time. On the benches now can happen at any time of day, mostly at night nowadays. But I wanted to reach my my milestone goal of 400 episodes, which, you know, I did. I achieved that. 400 episodes, not to be sniffed at. That's 400 paint-along videos that I've produced, filmed, and that's a lot. Get a lot of stuff done. Alright, yeah, so that'll probably be the last on the bench in a while, but who knows, I don't know, maybe not. It depends what life throws at me, right? It depends on what life throws at me, because, like I say, on the beaches are more for the daytime, and on the benches are more for the night time, because when it's busy, Night time is the only time I get really free to do any hobby, if I can. Now, other thing, here's the thing I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about making a video on it as well. I'm just going to clean off my brush a minute while I'm more talking here. And I was going to put it on my other channel, and I might still do that. And it's about people I used to know when I lived here before. Right now, I appreciate it's a long time ago, right? You know, over 30 years ago, right? 35 years ago, a long time ago. Well, 40 years ago now, I suppose. Getting on a bit. So that's a long time. So people come and go, I know that. But Seaton is renowned for kind of having like traditional families that have been living here, and you know, the next generation lives here, and the next generation, so on and so on and so forth. Big history here, a lot of family trees and that, and they seem rather proud of that, and rightly so. But people move on, I know that. A lot of people move on. That's yes. But I knew so many, loads of them. Loads of them. And whilst I've managed to see a couple of names on businesses that I know to be people I knew from when I lived here before, when I was a kid, I've got to ask myself, where is everybody? Alright, yeah, I probably wouldn't recognise most of them if they were in front of me, but I don't know, there's always something about somebody, usually the eyes, the manner, the sound of their voice. I mean, I was in Tesco the other day, and I could swear I saw an old version of a kid I used to know at school. I could swear it was him. And he says it wasn't him. And whether it was or whether it wasn't, I don't know. I could have sworn it was him. It's just odd. I would have thought I would have come across, bumped into somebody by now. But I haven't. And that's weird to me. I don't know. That's just weird. Right, anyway, whilst I'm waiting, what I think I might do is break out the wet palette, which I have here. Just pop that lid up there. Right, wet palette. Okay. Detail brush, that's what I mean. I'm going to break out the middle of it. I'm going to do her legs, I think. Paint her legs. So forgive me, I'm just shaking up the P3 paint here, which is, you know, they're pretty good. I like the consistency of P3 paints. They are good. Okay. So we're kind of foregoing the base color of the skin here, because it's a tabletop board game. It's not a war game, so I don't feel I have to be as strict with it. Yeah, people may say, no, you must be, you should be. You know, whatever. Whatever, guys, whatever. Okay. So I'm just going to try and paint her legs. This might take a couple of coats, and that's fine. I didn't water it down, but my wet palette is pretty wet right now, so that's fine too. And I wanted to paint the survivors in a more traditional sense. because I don't know. I just want, because you can notice a difference, I think. And I'm not saying either one is good or bad. There's just a difference between a model that's been painted in a traditional manner or one that's been painted using something like contrast paints and or speed paints or a combination. I just think that way. Like, yeah, I know I'm going to be using a contrast effect on the hair, but I think I can get away with it when it's just like one thing like that. I don't know if you can hear the seagulls because they're very noisy. A lot of the chicks have been hatching now. That's the time of year, and whether you regard them as a menace or not, it's very cute to see the babies. Right, so I'm really not rushing this. I have really no idea actually if I'm doing this okay because I can't see very well. I'm kind of stumbling in the dark here a bit, but the concentration is there, and that's what calms me down. You know, it really does. So, yeah, that's all right. I've still got to paint her white socks. I know that. I've done a grey on them. What is my neighbour? No, it's not my neighbour, but over the road. What is he doing? He's got lives in a flat over the road. He's got like a rooftop garden. They've done it quite nice, I'll admit. You know, if I had a rooftop garden, I'd be, you know, wanting something like that. They've got a bit of fake grass and loads and loads of pots of plants. Nice. It's even got a little shed up there. Yeah, so went down to the water's edge earlier today. Oh, I got myself I bought myself something in a charity shop. Since we've moved here, and for a while before, when I was before I got with Mrs. Mini Warzone and that kind of thing, got married and everything, I was heavily into drinking tea, civilized out of a teapot, cup and saucer, that kind of thing. But since we've moved here, we've both been getting into that sort of way of doing it. And we've got some really funky, good, cool teapots now. Well, not loads, just got a couple. Oh, I saw this brilliant one. It's in the shape of a pig. He sat, and you pour the tea out of his mouth. It's very cool. And the lid of the teapot, how you pick it up, it's got like an apple, so it looks like he's got an apple on his head. It's very, very cool. Looks brilliant. Okay. My other Wanda, she's kind of a bit leaning to one side. I remember when, she's kind of a bit sort of bent, if you will, bent to one side. The plastic needed a reshaping me, but I just couldn't be bothered. I thought it's just It's just a board game piece, and it's just given me practice at painting. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so anyway, I digress. We went down to the water's edge. Saw a load of like yachts and boats out there. It must be, the club must be doing something. A lot of people had pirates outfits on in the boats. It's very, very bizarre. Must be some sort of pirate event, I can only assume. There's a water sports event happening there today. Not sure what time. It's not the weather I'd want to be doing it in, but hey, that's just me. So I'm on holiday this week. Thought I'd mention that. I forgot to tell you guys that I'm on holiday this week, right? Sadly, I've got a funeral on Monday. It's Saturday today. Unfortunately, my auntie passed away a while ago. She had dementia, quite advanced. She was in a home, and to be honest, I think a bit of a relief. I know it's. I mean, for like my mum and her other sisters, very, very sad, very sad. But I do think it was kind of a release for her. I mean, she was quite far gone with dementia. My mum's got dementia, and she's older than my auntie was. But that is the way of things, isn't it? And I can't bear to think of people suffering. Like that. It's good that they're out of suffering, and it's good weather-wise that it's not going to be a blistering hot day on Monday, because I'll be wearing a suit and tie, and I don't want to get too hot and icky in a suit. That will make me ill and poorly if I had to do that. So, yeah. Right, now let's get her face in here. It's definitely by the beach here, I can tell you that. What is he doing? Sounds like he's scraping something with a spade. I can't see what's going on though. Damned inconvenient. I want to know. Oh, I learnt something last night as well, which is cool. One of the places we've been before, for it's like a little bar called the Vault, and I've been there before. Sometimes it's lively, sometimes it's quiet. It's nice during the day. It's a nice place to go during the day. You can sit by the window and you can watch the sea, the waves, and people on the beach, or just tourists coming and going, buses coming in and going. It's just good. There's a lot going on. You can sit and watch the world go by, basically. But the name, the Vault, I discovered, is because it used to be a bank, and part of where you go was where the vault was contained, the bank vault. So I did wonder why the toilets have bars on the windows still. In a place like Seaton. Right. So that is about as good, me on camera, as I can get those with my eyesight the way it is at the moment. I might just give her a second coat on her legs there. Oh, I've booked, my wife and I have booked a dental appointment next month, our first time. the Seaton Dentist. Same building I went to as a kid. So it's going to be very interesting going back. God, what is he shoveling up there? I can't see. Goodness sake. If you're going to make that noise, at least let me see what you're doing. Nosy neighbour here. Oh man, it beats old Revy McReverson. Do you remember that? Do you remember him? I'm sure you heard him on some videos. Revy McReverson. Revving his motorbike. Oh my gosh. First started with Mini Wargamer J. He used to talk about his neighbour, old neighbour he had called. He used to call him Revy McReverson because he used to rev a motorbike outside, not go anywhere on it, just sit there revving it. I was like, oh, shut up. You can hear it on the videos sometimes. Dude. Yeah, it was very irritating. But yeah, so this beats Revy McReverson any day of the week, so gotta be thankful. Right. About as good as I can get her on that one. Okay. So what's my next port of call going to be here? I'm just going to pop the lid of my wet palette back on there. Whilst I sit, ponder, think, what's it going to be? What would I do next? With the hair again, I suppose. Yeah, so we'll be looking at white. I'm probably going to do that. That's a kind of a dry brush, but not, if you know what I mean. Oh, there it is. I'm shoveling something up at the bottom. It's interesting watching your neighbours, isn't it? Do their garden. Seeing what they're doing. I think he was just shoveling up some of the, like, the blossom leaves that fall from the plants over and down his steps. Yeah. The buildings around here, they're very, very unique. You know. We've been looking at, we are contemplating getting our bathroom improved, or our main bathroom improved, here. Nothing really wrong with it, but I'm thinking of the future-proofing it for myself mainly, as I get older and my condition gets worse. I can't really be doing stepping in and out of a bath, so I think shower is the way to go, like I did with my old house. So, yeah, gonna be doing that. Good coffee. Good coffee, right. I've seen someone doing Zombicide figures, painting them, and how they do their bases and things, so I'm going to be possibly emulating how they paint their bases, just like a sort of a dry brushy type thing going on, nothing fancy at all, so I might do that. Yeah, I might emulate that. Well, I'll get the figures painted first, so that'll be the main one. Just got to be able to see what I'm doing here, you know. These lights are... I've looked at getting a brighter bulb in here, an even brighter bulb. I mean, the one we got here is pretty darn bright, but yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I think it looks okay. What do you think here? I think it does. Where are we? There you are. I think it looks okay. Oh, we're out for dinner tomorrow. Sunday lunch on our holiday. So we don't have to cook. God, I'm gonna have a roast dinner. I'm gonna have a roast chicken, I think. Lovely jubbly. Lovely place called called the King's Arms. Been there a few times for food, and it's just great. You know, I love it. Yeah, it's really, really, really good. Okay. Right, okie dokie. Her hat in the picture looks the same colour as the edging on her skirt or dress. If I can find it. Yeah, it's that darker blue. There. Or I think the top of it is light and this side is dark. So that's what I'm going to do. Even the rims of her sleeves are darker blue. So that's what I'm going to go for. And that's what I'm going to go. In the picture, she's got plasters on her legs. There's nothing moulded here, so I'm guessing that's all right. Yeah. Actually, I might go back to the wet palette again. Go back to the wet palette, guys. White. Okay. I'm going to be doing the socks first. That is what I'm going to be doing. Okay. I'm just mixing it around on the wet palette here. Yeah, strange. I can't see any white like undershirt or anything like that, like a vest or short sleeve apron-y type thing. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the socks first. Try not to mess these socks up, so I'll have to go over it again. Sorry, I know you can't see this, but so yeah, I haven't been to the dentist in a long time. A couple of years, I suppose. It was a nightmare trying to get a dental appointment in COVID times. Right, I'm really at my limit trying to see what I'm doing here. I can't really see, so I am taking my best guess here. I know I might have to go over skin again. Well, let's try the other leg. We've got a tram ride planned for next week. We're going to stop off on the way I'll get off one of the stops on the tramway. It stops next to a really nice pub. I think it's called the White Hart. It smells like they do lovely food there. I haven't eaten there before. We're going to try it out. We're also going to go for like a cup of tea at the other end as well. Probably do that first. I don't know. See how we feel, I guess. Cup of tea and then something to eat, or vice versa. I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day. We can do it whatever way round we want, can't we? Yeah. I think I'll do her roller skates a grey, darker grey colour. Okay then, so for her hair, just gonna just sort of dry brushing. Right. Okay. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Yeah. Don't try and push it, Pete, because if you do, you'll mess it up. Right, what time have I got here? Whoa! 48 minutes. Are you serious? Haven't it just started? See how much time goes by when you're having fun and how quickly it goes by. I know a lot of it I'm just trying to ascertain what I'm painting here. I wonder if I put a snake bite leather on this these boots here. Well, actually, I'll go back to the white. There. Snake bite leather, because I got some more of that because I was running out of it, you see. Right, I'm just looking in my brown section for snake bite leather, which I got. So snake bite leather. If I put that on her roller skates, technically they're not that colour. But I don't know, I just think it might be cool. Yeah, so it's not exactly as I envisaged it. But that ain't bad at all. God, those seagulls are really going for it, aren't they? I'm gonna be doing red wheels. It'll be Mephisto on red for sure. Mephisto on red for the win. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen speed paint videos of these sorts of things, and they kind of the miniatures are done in like 90 minutes. I'm like, what? You got to include drying time though. Oh. Yeah, I've done the leather, snakebite leather. So that's that. Close up the pot. I'm so glad I bought a new one of those. Okay. I think it's high time we sorted out the yellow of the hair. Right. Now, what options have we got here? Well, we've got speed paint Zealot yellow. I think that might be good. We've got contrast paint Iandon yellow. We've got contrast paint Nazdrake yellow. I think Iandon yellow might be quite good. Don't think Nazdrake yellow. Unless I did Nazdrake underneath. No, I think that's. I think with the natural shading, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm leaving Nazdrake as is. So it's going to be between Iandon yellow and Zealot yellow. I'm just going to tip some Zealot yellow onto my other palette. There's still some white areas there. That's more orangey type feel about it. How about that one? That's more yellow. Right, so I'm thinking Iandon yellow for the win here. Yeah. Just giving it a good old shake here. So Iandon yellow. Oh, these are what were recommended using on Imperial Fists to start with. When they first came out, these paints. Well, I was recommended to use them in Games Workshop, so just want to get this hair done. Well, that would be great if I can do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's coming out quite well. Quite like that. That's a good effect. Very good. Liking that a lot. I think I just did. I think on the original, I would have done. I don't know. Yellow would probably a yellow shade wash. It's a lot of hair. She's got more hair on this model. I'm sure she's got more hair on this model than the first edition one. I think second edition portrayal of the characters is a little bit grittier than the first edition, I think. I just think they are. Oh, we bought ourselves a sandwich toaster yesterday. Oh, we tried it out this morning. Beautiful. I had a lovely cheese and onion toasty. Oh, it was gorgeous. I'm so glad we got it because it's so easy to do. So easy. It's just simple. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's looking alright, I think. This is always a danger I might miss a spot, you see, with my eyes now. I think think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. There. Now, a long way from home, but you can already see it's Wanda, and she hasn't even got her blue dress painted yet, you know. But this isn't on the bench. Sorry, this isn't on the beach episode, isn't it? On the beach, so the resolution is going to be that much higher. It'll be in 1080p, so I don't want to overshoot too long in these videos. Otherwise, it'll take too long to upload and render. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave Wanda there where she is, and then what I'm gonna do is zoom out, take my glasses off, zoom out, and come back to me. So thank you so much for joining me. Last mouthful of coffee to have, partake as well. Cold, but still nice. I've got another video. I just did a little video about the whole Zombicide adventure and me starting on it. Basically, what my plans are, what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm okay with the one. They've got to look like their artwork, you see. Otherwise, it's more difficult to tell who's who. I think that's just my thing, and I was very aware before of making sure that the miniatures look like the artwork. I just wanted to do that. So, but yeah. So we've got some work done on Wanda. So that is wonderful. See what I did there? Wonderful. And I hope you got stuff done too, because that's what it's about. Getting stuff done, hobbying together, enjoying yourselves, having a good time, chilling out, relaxing, recharging the batteries, because this is how I recharge my batteries. Yesterday I had quite a bit of energy, but today I don't. It's all used up. First night of the holiday, I suppose. We went out for a meal and a few drinks after. Yeah, I know I shouldn't, but you know, gotta be done. I don't do it very often, but yeah, I did last night. So, but yeah, it was very enjoyable. Talk about that in another video. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this episode. Don't know what episode we're on of On the Beach, actually. I certainly wouldn't want to be on the beach in this weather at the moment. It needs to be sunnier, like it's been. It's been gorgeously sunny, but today, typical. First chance I get to make the video of On the Beach. It clouds in and whatever else. Whatever. It'll come back again in gusto. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you're working on down below as well. I love to read those comments. What projects you're working on. Doesn't have to be Warhammer related or Zombicide related or even fictional, you know, or even miniature related, you know, whatever project you're working on. Love to hear it. And remember, my friends, all brushes lead to oil. Please give this video a thumbs up if you can. It really helps me big time, more than you know. And I will see you on another video. So bye for now, folks. Goodbye, one and all. Goodbye. Bye.